Count the minutes on me and I'll do that too. I work for my family's company. It's an odd, specific line of work, so I'm going to be vague on those details. While working for the company, I am a subcontractor that just uses the company vehicles and supplies. The pay isn't really salaried or hourly, but breaks down as X for 0 to 5 hours of work, 2X 5 to 10 hours, 3X for 10 to 15 hours, and so on. Also, we use the company funds for food and fuel on long-distance jobs. This will be important later. My coworker and I did a 5.5 hours run in 4 hours 45 minutes by not stopping for food and fueling up when we returned the company vehicle. As this run is very common and is widely acknowledged that it's 5.5-6 HRS start to finish, we suggested we should get the 2x pay even though we were 15 minutes short. Pretty much we saved that time by not eating and being rather good at the procedures and job we had to do. We got denied the 2x pay rate as, by the numbers, we did not meet the 5 hours cutoff. So we saved the company money on food and they are only paying half the staff wage. Well, fair is fair. We did not meet the timeline, so lesson learned. Since then I've been at least 5 hours and 2 minutes on every job I can stretch it to. Park at rest areas. Go inside for food instead of drive-through. Take a longer route. Anything within reason to make sure I'm at the 2x rate. TL. Whatever parents shorted me on the pay rate, they've paid extra ever since. Well done. Parents can be a pain to actually work for. When my son was 6 weeks old in the middle of January, my parents went on a cruise. They ran the local skating rink. My patents gave me a list of times I had to be there to accept deliveries. The soda was being delivered between 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. They got there at 2. We left and locked up at 2:30. I was clocked in from 10 to 2:30. I was shorted 4 hours of pay that week. They only paid me for the time of the actual delivery. I said that's fine. From then on, give the delivery people my number and have them call me when they get there. They can sit and wait on the clock while I bundle up my infant and pack up and drive over to take the delivery. They can pay me to wait for minimum wage, or pay the delivery company prime rates to wait. They paid me the 4 hours and never quibbled over that again. This is why I tell my hourly guys that I'll pay them a full 8 if we can get it done in 5 to 6. There's no incentive to milk it. A common thread. Years ago, my relief was late for weeks and I thought I was getting paid an extra 15 minutes each shift since I indicated such on the timesheet. To my surprise, he was paid his full shift and I was never paid any OT. Cue malicious compliance. For months afterwards, I took extra naps in the conference rooms on my long 12-hour shifts. I called it even eventually. Read up on your contract with regards to breaks. Don't skimp on them, especially if they're unpaid breaks. You're only hurting yourself and your wallet. For example, if it says you need to take a 30 minutes break after 4 hours, and you're only 2 minutes away from your destination when you hit that 4-hour mark, then you're actually 32 minutes away from your destination. I would try to find better parents. It is a run-out-the-clock situation. Stanley. A friend worked in the family business as a commission salesperson. He was a hustler. His siblings and cousins also worked there in more mundane roles. They were clock watchers. After an exceptionally good sales year, the sibs and coos complained my friend made too much money. So the company president, his uncle, took a huge chunk of his commissions and gave it to the clock watchers. From then on, the phrase family owned and operated took on a whole different meaning to me. Hopefully you will keep this in mind when you take over the company. This is representative not only of actual parents, But of any company that says, "We're a family here." Only recently, it seems, are employees asking the question, "You mean when your family works for you, you pay them minimum wage?" Quote. Happened to me once. Learned quickly efficiency is punished. Seems like the pay structure needs adjusted. There's an argument to be made that when you get better and faster at your on, you should have a higher rate, or you should be paid for the number of hours that a moderately skilled person would spend. Lots of bosses forget that. Otherwise, there's no reward for getting good or efficient. There was a story on this sub of someone who also saved time by being quick and good. And they got screwed by having their workload increased for the same money, just to take up the same hours they'd had available. But that actually put them over some time limit, so it cost the company more. Paying by time spent and not tasks accomplished is just so backwards to me. They're punishing efficiency and experience in favor of just bumbling around until you eventually get it done. Sure, commission-based work has its issues and I wouldn't say no to a steady salary. But paying for contracting work that way for the most parts feels very counterintuitive to me. Apparently you have finally learned that lesson. Took a while. Well, you are wrong, even though most of comments here seems to support what you are doing. If the work was shorter than 5 hours as agreed, they were right to pay you X. The grudge you hold does not give you the right to extend work unnecessarily. This is a majorly pissy ultra-common thing when working for your own family's company. They don't value you the same as a regular non-family employee. They treat you worse and take advantage of you. Big time. The flip side of this is when they treat you like you can do no wrong. And you don't learn from your mistakes. And you become useless if you have to find a job in a non-family place. Seen it bunches of times. Much has been written about these issues. Wait, so they pay the higher rate for the entire duration if you pass the threshold? Clearly, they're not very good at math lol. Working for family sucks. Used to work for a bank in the 80s. At one point, we were on a rush project, doing 12-hour shift, 6 to 7 days a week. We realized that 1 hour was missing every day from our timesheets. Oh, you didn't know? You're paid overtime only from 6 p.m. onward. The manager got pissed because we took the habit of having dinner from 5 to 6, instead of eating at our desk like we used to do. Yeah, I never understood being paid less to do a job more efficiently.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.